Hello and welcome to Data Vlog. In this Excel tutorial for beginners, I will show you how to create multiple dependent drop-down lists in Microsoft Excel. Before I proceed with this tutorial, it's my humble request, kindly subscribe to my channel to keep supporting me. The technique I am going to show in this Excel tutorial is the easiest and quickest way to create multiple drop-down lists in Excel. So what is a dependent drop-down list in Excel? A dependent drop-down list is a list where the list of values in the child list depends on the selection of the parent list. For example, the list of countries is going to depend on the continent selection. Similarly, the list of states or counties is going to depend on the country selection. Now, I have these three different data sets. One is continents, the other one is list of countries for these three continents. The final third one is the list of states or counties for these three countries. To create a dependent drop-down list in Excel, first we need to create name ranges. So what is a name range? Name range is simply a name given to the range of selected values or cells. For example, I can select all of these continents and I can name it as continent in this name box. But the easiest way to create name ranges is go to formulas and we have this option called create from selection. When you hover your mouse on this option, you will see an information box. It says create from selection and the shortcut is Ctrl Shift F3. Automatically generate names from the selected cells. Many people choose to use the text in the top row or the leftmost column of a selection. So now select this range of values and click on create from selection, and I'm going to use top row for naming this range of values. Click on OK. Similarly, select this data set and keep in mind the top row values in this child data set should match the parent values. So make sure the spellings are same in both the cases. So now I have selected this data set and I'm going to click on create from selection. I'm going to uncheck left column. I'm going to use my top row as name range and click on OK. Let us select the final data set. Click on create from selection. Uncheck left column. I'm going to use top row as name range and click on OK. Now that we have created name ranges, let us start creating dependent drop-down list in Excel. First, we have to create a simple list for continent. For that, I'm going to select these cells and go to data. Under data tools, click on data validation. Expand this validation criteria, select list, click on source, and I'm going to use these three continents as list. As you can see, when you have selected these three values, it is showing the name range as continent because we have already created a name range by selecting these three values. Click on OK. So the drop down functionality has been activated and we can see the continents. Now let us create drop down list for country. I've selected these cells. I'm clicking on data tools, click on list. Now instead of selecting a range of cells or values, we are going to use a formula. For that, I'm going to type equal to and I'm going to use the function indirect, open parenthesis, and I'm going to reference the parent cell, close the parenthesis. As you can see, there are dollar symbol here. Dollar symbol in Excel represents absolute cell reference, which means as you move down, column won't change and as well as the row won't change. But when you are moving down, column reference remains same, but the row changes. That's why we need to delete this dollar symbol and click on OK. Now, when you expand country here, you can see list of European countries, UK, Germany, France. I'm going to select UK. And for Asia, you can see India, China, Japan. So that way we have created our first level of dependent drop-down list. Let us create drop-down list for county or state. I'm selecting this range of cells. Click on data tools. Click on list. Click on source. As seen in the previous step, I'm going to use the same formula, indirect, and this time I'm going to reference country as my reference cell, close the parenthesis. I'm going to delete absolute reference for the row and click on OK. and the drop down list has been activated. And for UK, I am seeing all the counties of the UK. And for China, because I don't have China here, I'm going to select India here. And for India, I'm going to see the list of states. Just to recap, to create a multiple dependent drop down list in Excel, first we need to create name ranges using create from selection under the formulas tab, and then we have to create a simple drop down list for the continent or the parent list. After that, we have to use indirect function to reference to the parent cell so that we can create a dependent drop down list. That's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to create multiple dependent drop down lists in Excel. Kindly subscribe to Data Vlog for more Excel tutorials, and I will catch you in another Excel tutorial. Thank you.